Hello. Welcome, everyone. Dear. Through this message, your guardian angel and your spiritual mentors bring to your knowledge the first of a series of videos that will address the 12 natural laws that govern the entire universe. What are the 12 universal laws? Many laws that exist today were created by humans. They are imperfect laws, which are always reviewed, reformulated and updated. And these laws are often not enforced, consequently many individuals end up with human justice unpunished. However, there are some laws, called universal laws, which are perfect and governed by the whole. And there is no escaping these laws if they are not enforced. These universal laws are also known as spiritual laws or laws of nature. They are immutable, cannot be infringed and make no distinction between anyone. Thus, they were not made by human beings, as the name already says, they are universal laws, created by the All, which is all that is. It is these laws that govern your lives and everything on your planet. There are 12 universal laws, or natural laws, and 21 sub-laws in total. Remember that they are all interrelated. They start from the same concept, that is, that everything in the universe is energy. And this energy moves in circular patterns. Therefore, these laws directly impact all aspects of our lives. Be it in the intellectual, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual field. Whether we like it or not, they are real and exist independently of our will. It is up to us to decide and choose whether we will act in accordance with these laws and live in harmony. Or, if you ignore them and go against their fundamentals. In the latter case, your life will become more difficult and there may be pain in your path, as you will be resisting the natural flow of life. The fact is that there is no way to change or alter them. In addition, it is important to emphasize that all laws work together, where one complements and supports the other. How about getting to know them better so you can use them in your favor, co-create a new reality and change your life? Beloved, in this first message we will bring below a summary of each of the 12 universal laws and what they represent. Soon we will bring new videos specifically explaining each one of them. Because this theme requires more content to be fully understood, therefore, this first video will be a little longer. We lovingly thank you for the patience of those who arrived here. Number 1. Law of Divine Unicity or Law of Unity. It assumes that everything is interconnected. Mainly, this law states that everything and everyone is connected. So there is no separation. We are all one. We are all formed by particles of energy, fragmented from the whole, which is everything and is present everywhere. So what we do and wish for others, we do and wish for ourselves. Our every thought, feeling, belief, our actions and words affect others, affect the collective consciousness and the world around us. Yeah, everything is energy, everything vibrates. Energy does not know time and space. The more we give, the more we receive, whether good or bad. As a result, the more good energy we emanate, the more we connect with the divine unity and the better our life becomes. Number 2. Law of Vibration or Law of Resonance. First, this law states that everything in the universe vibrates. Thus, it assumes that everything in the universe is formed by energy and all energy is vibration. The principle of this law is that in the universe nothing is stationary, everything is in constant movement, everything vibrates, but at different frequencies. In nature, nothing is created, nothing is lost, everything is transformed. Everything that exists is formed by molecules, which are formed by atoms, which are formed by electrons, which, even though they are very small, have energy that vibrates. Each object, each thought, each feeling has its own vibrational frequency, speed at which it vibrates. That is, everything is energy that vibrates at different speeds. So if you want to change your life, you have to change your vibration. Energy moves in circular patterns. For this reason, what goes around comes around. That is, everything we want will return to us, as stated by the law of attraction. This law is the fundamental basis for manifesting our desires. If the vibration is positive, more positive things will attract, and if the vibration is negative, more negative things will attract. Number 3. Action Law. Act in tune with the universe. According to this law, we must act in accordance with our desires and dreams for them to manifest and materialize. This law is directly linked to the law of attraction. We attract into our life everything we believe, think, and feel. But for this law to work, we must also do our part through action. We need to move in the right direction of what we want and take action. However, it's not about co-creating the life of dreams, and sitting around waiting for everything to fall from the sky. You must take actions that will lead you to live everything you've ever dreamed of. Otherwise, your dreams will turn into frustrations. Number 4. Correspondence Law. As above is like below, and below is like above. It assumes that everything that exists and is true in the macrocosm also exists and is true in the microcosm, and vice versa. After all, our outer world is a reflection of our inner world. We command our own lives, and when we accept this responsibility, we start to consciously create what we want. Everything the universe gives us is an answer to everything we think, feel, do, and desire. Number 5. Law of cause and effect, law of karma. There is a cause for every effect and an effect for every cause. Every action has an appropriate reaction. Everything you send out to the universe returns to you. Nothing happens by chance or outside universal laws. You are in charge, you are responsible for what happens in your life, and you attract exactly what you believe to be worthy or not. Everything you do will come back to you sooner or later. There is no luck or bad luck. What exists are consequences, effects, and reactions to your actions. For every action, there is a reaction. Do and wish others what you would like for yourself. If you are not happy with what you are receiving, you must pay more attention to what you are giving, emanating out into the universe. After all, you only reap what you sow. First you need to sow, then you need to tend, then wait, and soon you will get back exactly what you sowed. An old saying goes, the sowing is free, but the harvest is mandatory. So, if you are not happy with your life, you must break this vicious cycle of pessimism, complaining, and negative patterns. First, you must change your frequency and raise your vibration. Number 6. Law of return, law of compensation. You reap what you plant. Compensation or return is a direct response to our actions. This law works together with the law of cause and effect and is a very fair law. The universe is not unfair to anyone, and it also does not give anything for free to anyone. You create your own reality. the return you receive will be a reaction to your actions. Everything you think, feel, say, or do will eventually come back to you. It may take time, but it doesn't fail. No haggling, no negotiating, no victimization. You only reap what you sow. You can't harvest watermelons by planting bananas. We are free to choose, and we will bear the consequences of our choices. Number 7. Attraction law. Like attracts like. All our thoughts, emotions, words and actions give out specific energies that attract like energies. Where we place our attention and our focus is what we will attract into our lives. Any belief that we have in our life now, which we may not even remember, but which are rooted in our subconscious, is what will attract circumstances into our current life. And so we will receive more of what we focus on and what we consciously or unconsciously desire. Everything that happens to you and around you is your responsibility. So positive energy attracts more positive energy, and negative energy attracts more negative energy. Always remember this: your wish is my command. The universe is fair and respects your wishes. So you attract what you transmit. Through free will, we attract circumstances into our lives through thoughts, feelings, words, actions and desires. Number 8. Law of perpetual transmutation of energy. Energy is always in motion, and all energy manifests into physical form. A higher vibrational frequency has the power to transform lower vibrations into higher ones. In that sense, any idea that is held in your mind will begin to take shape, to materialize in your reality in the most appropriate way. Therefore, all people have the power to change their lives. You become what you think. Thoughts are the beginning of everything. So choose to have positive thoughts that will generate positive feelings and cause you good emotions. Thus, more good things you will attract. Remember that negative thoughts superimposed on positive thoughts cancel the latter. Constantly watch your thoughts. Police yourself. Prefer to have positive thoughts and feelings throughout your day. Number 9. Law of relativity. Everything is relative when compared to other things. This law can also be called the law of comparison, where everything just is. Nothing can be judged until it is compared with something. It depends on the point of view and perspective. For example, we cannot say that a car is big or small without comparing it to something else. A car is big compared to a bicycle, but it is small compared to a truck. We have a bad habit of always bragging about others, whether on the good side or the bad. We tend to think that our problems are always worse than other people's problems. But, we cannot compare ourselves with anyone else. We can only compare ourselves if we have already lived and felt exactly what the other went through. What is humanly impossible, since we are not the others and we do not live a life other than our own. Each of us experiences what he needs to strengthen us. This law reminds us of the importance of empathizing with one another. Number 10. Law of polarity. Everything has its opposite side. It is formed by duality, where one needs the other to exist. Just like day and night, light and dark, hot and cold, tall and short, good and bad. Everything has a positive and a negative side. According to this law, one cannot know what happiness is without ever experiencing sadness. We must live in balance between the poles. We have free will to choose what we want to focus on and what we want to pay attention to. Each one chooses which frequency they want to vibrate. And it is our responsibility to bear the consequences of those choices. Number 11. Law of pregnancy / law of rhythm. Law of gestation / incubation. The universe is exact, nature is exact. Our mind is accurate. Everything has its time determined and a right moment to happen. So, all we need is patience and persistence. Law of rhythm. All energy vibrates and moves according to its own rhythm. There is a rhythm that governs not only the phenomena of nature, but also human life. Everything happens in the most perfect order. Everything has a cyclical change, with beginnings and ends. For example, the seasons, alternation between day and night, the tide when it is low and when it is high. Bad periods in our lives precede good events. Just like the tide that first needs to retreat to gain strength and then advances. Everything moves at its own pace. Number 12. Law of genre. Everything has its feminine and masculine principles, yin and yang. This law is another representation of the law of polarity, where one does not exist without the other. It affirms that all things in the universe have this double gender quality and are present in all existential planes and will serve as the basis for the creation of all things. An example of the masculine principle is strength, and the feminine principle is beauty. Conclusion. Some laws may seem redundant or repetitive, but they are actually complementary. Where one reinforces the idea of the other. Although the laws of the universe are not visible to human eyes, their consequences are real both for those who comply with them and for those who ignore them. You are the master of your circumstances. Use your power, your initiative and your genius, and be the master. Destiny is in your hands, determine it. Phrase by William Shakespeare. Dear, we deeply thank everyone who has come this far. May your angels and protectors always be with you, and may the Great Father illuminate your paths today and always. A big hug of light to everyone, and until the next heavenly message. Gratitude to those who visited our channel. If you liked this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell to receive notifications of new videos, leave a comment and share this light message with your friends.